represent her.
Defense lawyer Howard Weitzman, you've been following the Stein case. What do you make of this woman the LAPD is looking for?
At this point, it's hard to say. We don't even know who she is.
Could she be a prostitute?
Whoa! Mrs. Stein isn't going to like hearing that, Suzanne. Neither is this woman, whoever she is.
I mean, hypothetically, if the woman is a hooker, she could have rolled Stein for his money.
What is this, Aruba? We're just making theories up. Americans have a right to a fair trial.
Actually, Ron's right. At this point, we don't know what she is, and we don't know if she was involved in this.
She has to be involved. Witnesses saw her with Stein.
I hear Stein had a terrible temper. Did anyone else hear that or know anybody who was a victim of that?
Maybe the poor girl was defending herself.
I don't remember.
How long did you two date?
We didn't date. I'd see him at parties and premieres and award shows. Beats going to keggers at frat houses. That's the great thing about going to college here is that you can go to all that Hollywood stuff. I'd see Stein at these things and he would flirt with me and ask me out, and I always said no.
Until you said yes.
I just went to dinner a couple times. That's all, you know? Can I call my parents in Nebraska? I want to warn them about all this stuff on the news before they see it.
Sorry, till we turn you in, we can't risk letting anyone know you're here.
Trial lawyers have great hearing. It comes from trying to hear what jurors are whispering about. Where exactly did you meet Stein?
We met through Prime Match at Hyde.
This is bad. They're gonna say Anne's a prostitute, or as they say in Hollywood, a strategic dater. A girl who goes out with a rich man because he gives her nice things.
What are you talking about?
Prime Match is this dating service that throws parties at clubs like Hyde. Women get in free to interact with rich men who pay for the privilege.
How do you know all this?
I've gone to the parties with my friends.
Rarely. I just end up being the designated driver and the one who saves him from bad situations like Stein.
If you ever went out, you'd know these things, Tom.
Well, did you know the dead guy, Lenny Stein?
No, but I know Anne's type, too. She's a poor girl trying to live larger than she can afford.
Yeah, well, she's not that poor. You see her clothes tonight?
They're all knockoffs. The purse, the dress, the shoes. She wants people to think she's a model, but she doesn't want to admit how she met Stein. Personally, I don't blame her. I mean, you never heard me mention those parties.
Well, we'll be okay then. Women who go to those parties are not necessarily prostitutes or strategic daters.
But the jury will think she is.
Well, you're not, right? The main thing is you believe her.
Unlike you, I don't have to believe the clients to defend them, but yes, I believe her. Her clothes are phony, but those bruises are real. Come on, we gotta meet Ron.
You never mentioned that we represented Anne.
Suzanne never asked.
And she's gonna go ballistic when she realizes you did pre-spin.
It makes good TV. Good TV helps her ratings and our client every time.
We are set to turn Ann over to the Beverly Hills Police Department. 88 Keller went on duty 10 minutes ago. It is time.
You couldn't get her to Target?
To get a new outfit?
There are no 24-hour targets around here, Ron.
You know, the whole point of getting the knife and arranging for her surrender was to show that she had nothing to hide. Changing her clothes would be tampering with evidence. We don't cross that line, ever.
Look at her. Does she look innocent to you of anything?
Put your head back.
Better. Let's go.
Are you entering the plea today?
Excuse us. Coming through. Thank you. We're here to stop an injustice. Yes, she had to defend herself. With this, the knife. She has nothing to hide. She asked us to turn this knife over because she wants the truth to get out.
The bastard spins on my show, then doesn't even give me an exclusive. He's gonna pay for this.
She defended herself against a violent man. She deserves a medal, not a murder charge.
We will not let her be victimized by the justice system.
That's it.
The Hollywood hooker homicide heats up. Sources say she was a high-priced prostitute who stabbed Stein to death and picked his wallet clean.
The DA's story is that Ann is a prostitute who killed Stein for the money in his wallet. Now, the wallet was empty, but her prints weren't on it. Now, the DA is going to say that she is lying about being attacked to avoid getting convicted.
I think Anne may have lied about a lot of things. Alden's at her dorm room to see what she's hiding.
On student loans. Your clothes are knockoffs, but you have a $15,000 Birkin bag in your dorm closet. How does a nice girl manage that? Look, I know it seems like I'm prying, because I am. So if you have another source of income, if you're hiding something else, just tell me. We just have to know before we put you on the stand. We can't win your case unless we know who you are.
In a self-defense case, if we can show that Stein was violent in the past, we can argue that he was violent this time, and that's why Ann had to defend herself.
That'll be easy. Everyone in Hollywood knew Stein beat up women, especially young women.
We've been looking for women to testify that Stein was violent with them. Problem is, we can't find any.
Can't find any?
Nobody in Hollywood will go near this case. Stein was powerful. Looks like he paid women off not to file complaints. Now, we will keep looking, but so far, nothing.
And dated Al Sterling.
The pornography guy?
Publisher, Tom, not the pornographer.
Yeah, well, the guy's scum. We refused to defend him a couple of times.
If the DA finds out Ann dated him, he'll use it to make Ann look like a prostitute.
Don't worry about Al Sterling. I'll take care of him. I said we get paid for this case, didn't I? Alden, handle the physical evidence. See if the knife wounds are consistent with self-defense.
I'd rather work with Ann. Her testimony will be our whole case.
No, do the scientific evidence. You do that better than anybody. Besides, you think she's a hooker.
No, I don't, Ron. I've seen her place. I think she's just a college girl that goes out with rich men so she doesn't feel like a loser. And she's hiding a gawky past, which I understand. I've been that.
Okay, let Alden take Ann. I'll take the physical stuff.
Ann's parents are coming in from Nebraska.
I hate the families. You handle them. I'm going to see Al. That was nice, him pardoning you. Al?
Well, if you'd handled my tax case, I wouldn't have been convicted.
I told you, stop stealing from people. But if you're going to steal, pay your taxes. It was free advice, but did you listen? So you know Ann Diggs?
I took her to some Laker games. What do you want, Ron?
I want to keep you up to date on the case as a courtesy. We're going to argue self-defense.
So?
We're thinking of calling you as a character witness.
To say what?
In a self-defense case, character for peacefulness, for nonviolence is admissible. Did you know that? Since you two are friends...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not friends. I took her to some basketball games. We never even...
Fought? Is that what you were going to say? You didn't get into any fights. Good. It won't help us that much, but it's admissible to prove she had a peaceful character. Though, I have to say, testifying won't be so pleasant for you. The tabloids are all over this case, and the DA will cross you pretty hard. As for how your wife handles it, I can't say. You do have a prenup, right?
Or?
Sorry?
You're the lawyer, Ron. Great lawyers always give you an alternative.
Look, if you've got a business trip coming up, or plans with your wife, I don't want a trial to mess that up.
It's time you gave back to the community.
If you want to help, you could contribute to Ann's defense fund.
That's blackmail.
Don't tell me the law, Al. Everything I said is legal. If you want to stay out of these cases, quit screwing around. He might have pardoned you, but your wife never will.
Ron, Tom, these are Ann's parents.
Great. You haven't talked to the press, have you?
Anne, what have you gotten yourself into now?
Sorry.
You should be.
This is why we didn't want you to go to college out here.
They remind me of my parents.
Mr. Diggs, Tom Nicholson from Hastings, Nebraska. It's right near where you folks live. We just posted Ann's bail. Listen, I'm sorry about all this, but Ann's gonna be okay.
She's not gonna be okay. We read the papers. She killed a man with a knife, and she's not denying it. They called her a whore.
I'm not a whore.
Why does it say so in the papers?
Get them out of here. I don't want them around for trial.
They're not sympathetic, they're not press-friendly, and they're not helping her.
Your mother's been crying ever since she got the call. I warned you about coming out here, and now look what you've done.
This isn't about you, Dad.
You've humiliated yourself and your whole family. It is about